Hey gang, it's January 14th and we are here at Wally's in East Vancouver, BC, and we are playing the Aether Revolt pre-release. My personal favorite time to play Magic is always pre-releases. I'm very excited for this set, so let's go inside and check this thing out.
Had the shop open for about 25 years now. Yeah, longest around. We've been selling Magic since 1995, thereabouts. Third edition revised. Here's a little box here you can see right there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We've been holding the releases for about 15 years, I would think. I mean, Magic is a very strong game. It's the first card game that started it all, really, right? So,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, so it's very strong, even to this day, yeah. We do the Friday Night Magic. Yeah, and we do the modern and standard as well during that time. So yeah, do that along with the pre-releases and game day that comes a month later.
Oh, my pool is insane. I think the deck built itself, which is nice when it does that for you, and it also works. So I haven't made any changes in 2 rounds, and I probably won't change anything. See how this next one goes. Got that snake monkey combo again, then it's on. We got our promo packs. Everything's been cracked open, and my pool turned out better than I could have possibly hoped. From the Magic spoilers that I had looked at, I was hoping to get the cards to play Abzan colors, which luckily I did. The promo card that I opened was SRAM's Expertise, which is a good starting point for white cards in that color scheme, which was great. In the tournament, it pulled a lot of weight for me too. The other card that I was really excited about trying out from the spoiler was the Winding Constrictor. This card adds a 1/1 counter additional to any creature or yourself if you're getting a 1/1 counter. So it works really well with the energy stuff and flicking, like blinking creatures on and off the battlefield. In the games, it actually ended up working really well with the Scrounging Bandar, the cat monkey. This thing was amazing. So it comes in with 2 1/1 counters on it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you may choose to move one of those, as many of those 1/1 counters as you'd like onto another creature. So obviously with the snake, you just move them around back and forth at each other, and you're getting just lots of value out of the tokens, and the snake gets big really quick, and it makes it hard for the opponents to kind of stop that. One of my favorite cards from the last pre-release that I was really glad I pulled one in this pre-release too is the Thriving Ibex. This one's funny because we always joke about it using the energy or eating grass eating grass to get stronger. So I was using this thing, and with the Winding Constrictor, extra value every time. It's like eating super grass, so that was really fun. Then I was also using this enchantment, Durable Handicraft. So I was using this, obviously, with the snake. It was great in the early game for my entry-level creatures and to get a lot of value, or like to use all of my mana each turn. It was really good for that. And then in the late game, cracking it for a 1/1 counter on each creature was really good as well. So, I was using that in conjunction with all of those small end creatures that just kind of get big, and then a lot of blinking effects I was using. I did pull an Aether Storm Rock, and this guy is great. The Aether Storm Rock gets really strong really quick, and it's always a target for their removal spells, which kind of frees up some of my smaller, more effective guys to just continue doing tons of damage, which is great. And then, I was just trying to keep a lid on the the bad guys by having a few battle tricks in the old tank. I was using the alley evasion either for its blinking effect or as a battle trick to boost and give +1/+2 to the creature, as an unsuspecting battle trick to kind of either have them survive or to take down some of their more annoying creatures. And then I was also using Nature's Way and Hunt the Weak, which are sort of both fight mechanics. Nature's Way was quite a lot better just because it gives the creature vigilance and trample until end of turn, and it deals its damage to target creature instead of having them fight each other where my creature would have been damaged. So that one was really quite effective a lot of the times that I used it in the game. And just between these things, a lot of blinking, a lot of energy, and a lot of super grass with the Ibex. At one point actually I did use the Ibex to drive the mobile garrison. So it was just a funny visual, like the goat behind the wheel of this garrison full of troops. So that was working really well, and it all led up to a record of 3 wins and 1 loss out of 4 rounds. So I think it went fairly well. Couldn't ask for a better pool than that. That's for sure.
I built a blue-red deck, and my promo I opened was Disallow.
Very nice.
Which is, I think, not the greatest in Limited, but I went with it. I chose blue-red for one particular reason, because I opened up the Zahili Ray, the blue-red Planeswalker. And what I did actually is basically go into the air. So I took those Aether Swoopers,
Nice.
some flying, creating some energy, creating some servos. Not the biggest creature, but to apply some early pressure and have some evasion, which was very important in the game. So for the blue side, screwed negotiation. I really like this word to pronounce.
Yeah, sure.
It exchanges flame servo tokens for a really good creature. Saved my ass many times. Really nice one. Aether Theorist. I got gets you energy and lets you scry. So scrying is always nice to get rid of lands you don't need. So that's actually the blue part. And Leave in the Dust to bounce some enchantments and stuff like that. So, and draw a card, which is really important. My red part, we have the typical 3-drop brawlers, the beef frontline rebel, 3/3, attacks every single turn. Another brawler for 4 mana, but can be improvised, 3/3 menace, so apply some pressure. Spireside Infiltrator, a really good one. When you come step, deal 1 damage. Another 3-drop. Reckless Racer, another 3-drop. Helps you rummage or loot. And Gambrel Gear Smasher to deal the final damage, because if you sack an artifact, you deal 2 damage to each opponent. So that's the 3-drops and 4-drops. And another additional 4-drop. Scrapper Champion. It's a 2/2 double strike, gives you energy, and just 1 vanilla 5/4 lizard guy. So those are the guys to apply some early and mid-range pressure. I put in 2 combat tricks, and they were really good in this format. So what is it? The precise strike, +1, +0, and first strike. First strike, very important here. And I pulled 2 Hungry Flames. Never go wrong with removal. Really important. And the end of my curve, the free jam, Regent. I played him for 4 mana. Felt good. 1v1 game.
Nice.
Good card. So that's the red part. Artifacts. We wanted some artifacts. Welder Automaton looks really bad. For 2 mana, 2/1, it's nothing special, but for 4 mana, you can deal 1 damage to each opponent. This card actually won me 2 games when it came down to 3 life, 2 life, 1 life. So was very impressed that it actually worked out. And Skyskiff, huge fan. Smuggler's Copter for the little man, but really good.
This is the unbanned one.
And the Renegade map. So you might ask, why the Renegade map? You only play 2 colors. That might work. Haha, because I pulled another card from this pool, Philida Guardian. And I guess that's the hot shit right now. Those 2 cards create an infinite loop. And when I pulled those 2 cards, I thought I have to go for it. So I actually put 2 Renegade maps in there and just one single planes to make it work. And the funny thing is, because you only play with 40 cards, the chances are not super high, but you can make it work if they let you. So in the first game, in the 5th turn, actually, so we went to turns, so on the 5th turn, I got the combo together, but in response, he shocked my Ray, so didn't happen. So we went for a draw. But last game, 4th round, I was able to combo off with it. That was really nice. So yeah, that was my deck. I went 3-1 with it. I was surprised because to actually fight all the huge creatures with only those small 1-2s and 2-1s and 3-3s, it was a lot of math. But in the end, it was very entertaining, really intense games, very close games, because you have to get every single damage, every single advantage you can get somewhere from every damage is very important here in this deck. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got 6 packs, but nothing special in there, to be honest. But as always, pre-release. And like Garrett said, one of my favorite tournament types, playing sealed. So that was really nice, and yeah, thanks for watching.